And she's here.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey.
What's up? West Coast Wednesdays in effect. We got a good show. We're going to talk some hot topics, talk about this transfer portal a little bit, talk about these college football conference championships that are on the horizon with my dogs in one of them. We're going to talk about, we got one Who the Door to talk about. We got a lot of Vegas stuff to talk about. There's a lot of stuff going on in Vegas, the Vegas sports scene. We're going to talk about AaronRodgers. We definitely are going to talk about this in-season lineup for the quarterfinals. I do have some sneaker drops, and we do have some girl power to share with too. So welcome everybody. If you're checking in, watching in, what's up, Jonathan Watson? We appreciate you tapping in. Sorry, I just sneezed like right before we started the show. So, anyways,
Watson.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, I was just saying Jay Watson. I'm just shouting him out as you're talking. I'm sorry.
Keep going. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. So, first things first, we'll get into some hot topics. We need to talk a little bit about. So, it was announced by the coach today that Angel is back with the team and is eligible to play or available and will be playing tomorrow. There is still no report or no reason as to why she's missed this time. She hasn't played since that second half when she got benched back in November 14th. So we're going on over 2 weeks of not playing. Both sides are hush hush. So we just hope that
Good. It ain't none of our business, whatever it is. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Do we really need to be that invested in what happened? Like, she is back now. Let's focus on that.
I'm just hoping she comes back because they know when they played here in Vegas, the whole team wasn't very good. So I'm hoping that just whatever happened or didn't happen.
Other than that, it's none of our business.
I just hope it all works out. And I'm hoping that everything is good and that they come back strong because they got a great team. They got great players. Like, let's see them roll now. Let's see them roll. Yeah. There were some things I didn't know about the transfer portal until I was reading a few articles today because I was just like, I was caught off guard. So 2019, there was 6.4% players rostered that were from the transfer portal. Okay. 4 years ago, 6%. This year, 20% of the rosters were transfers. 20%. So in 4 years, that jumped 14%. And I'm sure it ain't going to stop this year because we've already seen they said there's over 170 players already in the transfer portal. Mind you technically can't enter the transfer portal until December 4th. That's when like the window for athletes to enter is, unless, which this is what I didn't know. I didn't know that if your coach has been fired or has left for another job, you have like 30 days an immediate window for 30 days to put in the transfer portal that you want to leave, which a lot of people have done since teams have had coaches getting fired, rehired, transfers, all that other kind of stuff. So yeah, since Sunday, which was 4 days ago, 170 players are in the portal.
Where are they going?
So they're going to other teams. They're just going.
But where do they think they're going?
To better teams, to teams where maybe their coach is going, or I don't know. I mean, it's just like I know
players.
Well, I mean, they're already on a team and they're just transferring.
I get all that, but 170 of them.
And that's not, and the starting date, which is December 4th, hasn't even come up yet. I mean, like I know, like the Washington, we got our quarterback, Michael Penix Jr., possible Heisman candidate. He's off the transfer portal. He'll most likely he's obviously going to be leaving to go into the draft. So we're going to need, we might pick up a QB in the transfer portal, to compete with the guys that we have on the second and third string, which is obvious. And if we can get like a higher caliber quarterback, great. But that's happening with a lot of teams right now. A lot of quarterbacks are wanting to leave.
Is a higher caliber quarterback though not going to enter the draft either, or do you think they're just?
I think most of the higher caliber, I think the ones that are in the transfer portal are because they're not going to be going to the draft. So they know they're going to be playing another year.
So they're not really considered higher caliber there, because if they were higher caliber, they'd be entered into the draft.
Well, no, but I think they could be a freshman, a sophomore, but they might have more what do you call it? They got more long-term abilities, or they have more talent. I don't know. It's just wild to me that there's this much going on. It was, yeah.
170 kids. I don't know.
Already, and it hasn't even started.
That's what I'm saying. It just sums up. That's just so weird to me.
I mean, Dion had, I think, 60% of his team were from the transfer portal.
And look what that got him.
Got him 4 wins.
Better than last season.
He got more wins than last
He
season.
He
so
sure did. I can't knock that. So that's what
but
I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
he's already, although he did already lose like 3 commits. So that's
I guess so. I guess so. And that's gonna probably be the case. But I mean, shoot. Let's see what next season brings for him. And there are people that want to go play with him. Think that they can make the difference.
Yeah. I get it. I mean, absolutely.
So you never know.
Yeah. We got the college football rankings that came out. My Dogs got into the top 4 officially. Now we were 4, now we're 3 because Ohio State lost to Michigan, so that drove them back down to 6. So we've got a big weekend ahead of us. Not only is it the conference championships, but a lot of these conference championships and what happens in them is what's going to be happening in the college football playoffs, because top 4 teams, Alabama, I'm sorry, they're not. Georgia, Michigan, Washington, Florida State, Oregon, and Ohio State are 5th and 6th. But in those top 4, Alabama, who's not in the top for the first time in a while, they're playing Georgia, so they could technically knock off Georgia and keep them out of it. Florida State's playing Louisville, not a great contender, but Louisville has been ranked, so that could be a possible upset. You got Michigan versus Iowa. I don't see anything happening there, but you never know. And Coach Harborough is going to be back for that game. And then, of course, you got the big game this weekend here in Vegas on Friday, the Pac-12 championships, Oregon versus Washington. This has major implications because if Washington wins, we're in the college football playoffs. We're already 12-0. It's the best record we've ever had in this history.
And what are they, like 11-1?
And they're 11-1 with their 1 loss to us. If we lose and they win, then it becomes more of a cluster as to what happens. Will Oregon even get in? If they do get in, we won't be in. All that kind of stuff. Ducks versus Dogs at Allegiant Stadium. It's at 5:00 tomorrow. It's going to be a good time. I'm excited. I got my tickets ready to go. I took the day off. And if anybody out there is a Husky fan or wants to support the Huskies or an alumni, our previous guest, Anthony from the Vegas Huskies alumni here in Las Vegas, they're having a joined alumni force with the SoCal Huskies. They're having a little get together at Sagos right there on Fort Apache and Tropicana. They got a breakfast buffet. They got a happy hour for Huskies all day. It's from 11 to 2 before the game. Because get this, there's a Huskies pregame party like at the Luxor. It's $160. For what?
They're going to pay it too.
Well, I ain't paying it.
They don't know what the Luxor is like, but they're going to pay it.
They say free drinks and food, but it ain't going to be no great food. And it's not going to be like you have like anything better than probably some vodkas or whatever. I don't know. It's not me, but.
Gives people an excuse to drink.
To each their, if they're already spending $1,000 on tickets or suites or whatever else, maybe that's the case, but who knows?
I don't know. Hey, they feel like they can charge that, I guess.
Yes.
They just don't know what the Luxor is until they get there and see it.
Right. What's up, Chris Wynn in the comments? Yes, he said Oregon and Bama could really mess up things in college football playoffs. We're hoping for not the former. So, Huskies in Vegas on Friday is going to be a great game. Can't wait. What's up, Maurice? Hope all is well. Arlington, what's good?
What's up,
Yeah, so I'm pretty jazzed over it, and I can't wait.
That's gonna be exciting for you. Good.
I did want to share just a little bit of the beauty because I was back home for the holiday. I got to we'll get into the Seahawks game that I went to, although a terrible game. It was my first Thanksgiving game, but for the Huskies part of it, there really is not too many settings much better than this. So here's just a real quick video of just the stadium itself.
On First and 10 from the Cougar 49.
It's just good. Mo left. She thought she was going to walk out over there. We'll play one more while Mo's getting it together. The storming the field, the stadium, the sunset, the boats in the lake, just chilling behind all the beautifulness.
Yeah, that had to be amazing.
It was great. It was great. It was the last Pac-12 Apple Cup that we'll ever see, since we're no longer going to be there. They did announce there will be more, obviously, Apple Cups between the two teams, but won't be both Pac-12 anymore. So it's definitely going to be a change of scenery. So
yeah,
I did want to add, since we were talking about college bowls and bowl games, we've got bowl games coming up in December and the beginning of January. We'll get into those later, but a funny thing was announced today. So there's no longer a Cheez-Its Bowl. Okay. The Cheez-Its Bowl is gone. It's being replaced by the Pop-Tarts Bowl. The Pop-Tarts Bowl will be on December 28th. Get this, there's going to be an edible mascot. So the winning team will take a bite out of a Pop-Tart, an edible mascot Pop-Tart.
Oh,
I'm not sure who thinks of these things, but
they're going to be wearing the edible?
Well, no, I think there's going to be like a mascot, a Pop-Tart mascot. They said that he's going to be walking around and doing things within the stadium for the game. And once the game is over, that he, I guess, either changes, because maybe you don't want to just be walking around with the edible one all day, because people will probably try to eat you. But he changes into the edible mascot, at which time the winning team will all get a chance to take a bite out of it.
Oh, I think that is so funny, and I would love to see that.
So make sure you're watching for the Pop-Tart, Bowl, which is going to be with the ACC team, and I think this number 2 of the SEC.
Pop-Tart Bowl. That's so funny.
Listen,
I think we all love Pop-Tarts, or at least I do. I just don't know.
Listen, yes.
What flavor is Pop-Tart?
They don't announce it yet. They haven't announced it. So who knows? My favorite s'mores. I doubt it'll be a s'mores one, but who knows?
I like the strawberry. I just keep it classic. Keep it to the old
school. Just keep it classic, right? That's what you got to do.
With the classics. Yeah.
Chris said the best Washington record since hey, listen, it's the best Washington record they've ever had, because there's never been this long of a season, 1, and 2, they're 12-0, and it has never happened. So
yeah, that's a good look.
And it could be 13-0. Who knows? It's gonna happen like that. Hugadors. So this is also something I learned today too. So Josh Giddey, I knew about the story. We've heard about it. We've seen it on social media.
Yeah, we talked about it.
What did we talk about last week? I don't think we did.
We didn't talk about it last week, but we talked about it.
Oh, internally, yes. Internally, it was internal emails. No,
I talked about it on the show.
I don't think it had come. Yeah, I think it came out on Thanksgiving, and I don't think we didn't hear about it yet.
I thought I had mentioned it before it.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe not.
If you watched the show last week, maybe you let us know. I don't remember. But so Josh Giddey from the Oklahoma City Thunder alleged to have an improper relationship with an underage girl. There was a post on social media that had been then deleted, and the whole account deleted. Had photos of him with a girl that was supposedly a high school junior. So the NBA is looking into it. The Thunder said that he could still play based off the facts they have. But you don't hear too much about this. Newport Beach is doing an investigation on it, but we're not seeing a lot about it.
Yeah, and I guess Malika Andrews is under fire for not talking about it when she was talking about other stuff.
Right. I guess she is. And I will say that, I mean, we know how that situation is going with her. Here's the deal. I think ESPN also can mute you and make you speak at any time if you want to keep your job. And I think we've seen that just from previous employees that have lost their jobs or left their jobs because of the overhang of the powers that be. But either which way, one thing I didn't know, obviously the age of consent in California is 18. Did you know the age of consent in Oklahoma is 16?
So then maybe she's not underage.
But why are the Newport police investigating it?
Because there might be
Newport,
other allegations
California.
associated to it. There might be other allegations of sexual assault or something associated to that. And they're only putting that as the icing, maybe.
Or, so my thing is like, let's say they posted pictures and the girl resides in California, but she was seeing him and this actions were occurring in Oklahoma. Does that matter? Does that where it happened matter? Or just the fact of, or where the person's from that matter?
I mean, if their law
if Oklahoma's 16 and she's 16, does it matter that she's actually from California and that maybe, I don't know, I'm just lost.
But it shouldn't matter if she's in Oklahoma, though. But if she's in California, definitely it would matter.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We don't know.
If her parents filed some kind of situation from California to there saying she's underage and we need to raise a big stink about it, maybe that's when OK stepped into it.
But I kind of feel that the parents aren't working with I don't think the parents are the ones that are pursuing it. There was some article I think that came out that.
My thing is, how old is the girl? Is she really 16 or is she 18?
High school senior or high school junior during the picture. So that means most likely she wasn't 18. I would guess she'd probably be 16, 17. Maybe 17.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a lot. So
well, he's still playing. Here's
the other deal. The way I see these girls, I take the dogs up to the park near Palo Verde High School, and the middle school's right there. There's middle school kids that have crop tops and booty shorts on, walking around acting like they are old enough. I feel like, how much is it also on the girl? I'm not saying it's okay, but if we're not representing our age to what it should be, I mean, I don't know. That's a lot.
Well, that's always been a thing of misleading. I mean, There's always been younger, fully more developed women in junior high or high school that have done the makeup thing and looked a lot older than what they are. So there's nothing new to that. It's just the fact that he basically forgot to check ID and assumed.
You got to check ID.
So maybe that's what happened.
You got to make that and check the real ID.
Okay, see, balling right. I mean, with SGA and all, and they balling, so they're not about to disrupt that flow. I don't know.
Jonathan,
would love to hear more of this story.
Consent in Oklahoma is 16.
I mean, it's Oklahoma. Are you expecting it to be what, 14?
Hello.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's Oklahoma. I'm not that
exactly. Jonathan, protect your kids. Everybody just protect your daughters, period. Like, let them know that this isn't just stay your age. Because here's the deal. If I could go back and be young again, I would surely not want these adult problems and go back to being a kid and enjoying life.
I don't even think she has a problem. It'll be Josh Giddey with the problem, because all she got to do is go to school next day.
Yeah, that too.
And we don't know what this girl looks like because of her age and being young.
And we will never know, most likely.
So we know who Josh Giddey is, though. So he's got the 99 problems, but the high school girl ain't one of them. She don't have a problem. She goes to school next day with her book bag and JanSport or whatever, and goes on.
Her little JanSport.
And moves on to the next person on her Instagram. Say, who else can I finesse?
Oh, Lordy.
So who are we? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Shout out to Quan checking in. We're not going to talk about
Quan.
We're not to football segment yet, but you're welcome to hang in there if you want to hear about or chime in on your stupid team. So whatever.
Oh my God! Don't let her carry you like that, Quan. You know you tapped in just for the Lakers talk. That's it. How we have clinched this in-play tournament. How we are probably destined to be in Vegas, and how we are going to go to the game. That's why you tapped in. I appreciate you doing that. Don't let her carry you like that.
Hey, we're definitely going to talk about that. First, we got to talk about tomorrow. Chelsea Gray has a meet and greet at the Auto Nation on West Sahara.
Oh, maybe
5 to 6:30. What?
I want to see if I could dip up there.
Listen,
it's right next door. I literally could go.
I think you should.
I think I will, and I'll take my bobblehead with me and have her sign it.
Listen, let me drop my bobblehead off to you so you can use that as your 1 or 2.
Listen, I kept it in the box for that reason. I'm like, can you sign the box, please?
Oh my gosh.
And that will be my collectible. What? Quan? You can't afford those seats high?
So she's...
I need to look and see how much those tickets are.
The tickets are crazy. So the first two semi games start at like $80 or $100 for the upper section.
There's not a bad seat at T-Mobile. We could do that, Twan. Come on. Just
but for
do
the
a couple
upper
more
seat,
little gigs.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Take your money maker.
Quan,
you got it.
Take
come
us.
On.
Get some tickets, Quan, and take us. We appreciate you.
Quan,
Thank
come
you.
on.
I'll wear Lakers colors for you. Okay.
No, we don't need all that. You can just wear, do you.
I got my Sonics gear. I got a new
you
shirt
can wear
when
your
I went back
stuff and just represent your team, and just be a nice observer.
Of course, I got y'all. Yeah. So beyond the meet and greet tomorrow, which is 5 to 6:30, you can bring up to 2 items for free. There will also be refreshments, first come, first serve basis. Also, Kayla George, NBL all-time leading rebounder with 3,200 rebounds. So good luck for her. Also, Kia Stokes started this whole Twitter thing about the Aces being on Family Feud. And it was hilarious. Everybody, all the ladies seem game to do it. They all know they're going to bring a lot of crazy energy. They're just hoping that they're trying to find someone that knows Steve and then get him on the show. Can you imagine like an Aces Family
Candace can talk to Shaq. Shaq can talk to Steve Harvey. Like make that networking.
Make that happen. Those connections can happen. Like get it going.
Both frat brothers.
Like, this is what we're here for.
Shaq call his frat brother and get y'all on there.
This is what we're here for.
Right.
We also got to talk about. Yeah, we also got to talk about the other bowl game that's not bowl game, but the championship that's happening here in Vegas. The Las Vegas UNLV Rebels are be playing in the Mountain West Championship versus Boise State.
That is exciting. Now that is very exciting. When have we heard that?
And Coach Odom got Coach of the Year for the Mountain West, which is incredible. He turned this team around in 1 year, and this could be the first Mountain West championship for the UNLV football team.
Yeah.
Also, Coach Odom did like a press conference today. He was just saying, like, listen, there's nothing else happening sport-wise in Vegas at noon on Saturday. The Vegas locals have no other thing to do. You should be coming to the game. Tickets are like $20. They're free for students. The students
and I don't think we'll ever live to see this again. So they need to. When have we heard this?
Not to mention, when can you get into Allegiant Stadium for $20 any other time?
That part
any other time.
That part too.
And not be sitting in the 4th level.
That part too.
You can't even sit in the 4th level.
Yeah, how about
Bailey?
How about that?
We love you too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's true.
Chris said that Odom also a final candidate for the national Coach of the Year as well.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah, that'd be dope.
I guess we'll see how it goes for this championship. Maybe the championship can help fasten and seal that one in for him. But
yeah,
hey, listen, congratulations to him and for the UNLV Running Rebels. That's just big time. It's super big time.
I've never heard that. I don't think I ever would have heard that.
I don't.
Championship game. Football?
What?
Okay.
UNLV's where?
Yeah.
And you get to play at Allegiant Stadium? Like, come on.
Yeah. Not Sam Boyd? UNLV? You talking about Allegiant? What?
Sam Boyd.
Yeah. Go to that.
They tearing that place down. Yeah. The Lady Rebels. I can't even talk about the Running Rebels right now because the Lady Rebels are 6-0. First place, of course, running through the Mountain West again. They beat San Diego on Saturday. They play tonight, or they played tonight at 5:00. So it's over now. I'm assuming that's another win. Maybe you could stat check that one for me. But they also host Arizona this Saturday at 2. So you could go to the UNLV football game, get out, and make your way over to Thomas and Mack Cox Pavilion and check out the ladies hoop versus Arizona. It's a big game for them against Arizona. It's a good Pac-12 school. So good luck for them. Vegas Golden Knights. Whenever we seem to have a show, they've lost 2 or 3 in a row. So maybe we need to.
And they lost last night.
But they're still number 1 in the league. Number 1. I mean, Pacific Division, the Western Conference, NHL. They're still leading. So whatever's happening, it's all in the hockey gods' hands as to how it goes.
So the girls won tonight.
Of course they did because they're amazing. Lady Rebels. Hello. 85-59. Mark Quan Smith. Those comments will not be shown throughout the podcast.
Why are you blocking our friend? Don't do that. It's America. No censorship.
He's so extra, though. He does it just for attention.
Well, the Pistons are doing great, Chris. Let's be clear. They are 2-17 now. They are doing fabulous, and I love that our Lakers won.
The Rebels couldn't beat a men's high school team, though.
Oh, that's wrong and loud. And
that's
wrong.
his comment. Yes, exit comments. Peace
on,
out, Quan Diggity.
I love Quan.
Anyway,
Wants to be Mr. Controversy right now, but that's not
always. He's like the biggest shit starter ever. So we got another thing happening on Friday, but you don't want to go to that because you'll be at the UW game anyways. But this will be cheaper if you're not going to the Husky game. The home opener for the Desert Dogs lacrosse game is at Michelob Ultra Arena. There's currently a buy one get one free ticket.
Nice.
So make sure to check out the Desert Dogs. Their season starts on Friday. Also, if you didn't know, now you know, Vegas has a professional volleyball team. There is an inaugural women's.
Okay.
Wait, I believe it's women's. Shoot, I don't.
Men's, women's.
Somebody looked at it. I believe it's women's, but I could be incredibly wrong, and I would hate that to happen. So can someone check me there? Chris probably knows. Chris, if you're in there, let me know. But I believe it's women. I could be wrong. I wouldn't mind seeing men's, but inaugural season for this league, the Pro Volleyball League. I think it is Pro Volleyball Federation. Their season starts the end of January. They'll be playing out of the Dollar Loan Center. So I'm sure we'll hear about them as time goes on. That's crazy. The Dallas Mavericks are getting Mark Cuban's deciding to get rid of most of his stake in the company. Huh? Thank you, Danetta, Miss Bollandy. Women's team. It's a women's volleyball team. Okay, because I'm looking
at the article. Shout out to Miss Bollandy. Always on
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
But that's a good look for them. So a good look for the city. Just another team. Although it's crazy to think about all the teams that are sharing Dollar Loan Center now. So I'm guessing there's a lot of scheduling. There's got to be somebody with a grand, big spreadsheet that's having to work all this out.
I think it'll be good for even the local high schools to have good volleyball teams and Nevada Juniors Volleyball League and all of that.
Absolutely.
So get a chance to have that kind of encouragement and promotion and stuff. So, yeah.
There's a lot of those AAU volleyball teams out here.
Big here, and it still is pretty big.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Again, back to the Dallas Mavericks. Well, no. Yeah. Well, yeah, he bought the Dallas Mavericks for a majority share in 2000 for $285 million.
Right.
He's about to sell for $3.5 billion. Talk about an investment. Talk about a 20-year come up. Come on. That's just that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, the Adelson Sands group. Yeah, because they sold
the Adelsons. Yeah, so they're also selling $2 billion of their stock in the Vegas Sands company as well. So
Sands Corp. So I wonder who's going to take over Sands Corp for them then.
Yeah, but they still big balling. You know, they got that big long. Well, you know, the thing is that they want to build a casino out in Dallas, but they were trying to work with Mark Cuban to have him petition Texas to allow gambling because they really want is to have a casino out there.
Well, maybe so this might just be part
of the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. Well, they already have property in Macau and some other locations overseas that they did not have to relinquish to do this buy. So, and you know, selling out has since passed. So this is a wife doing these power moves.
Yeah, she's doing it. Her and I think it's her son-in-law that run. Right. That's crazy. A lot. It's a lot going on. We talk about your Raiders. I mean, you lost the Chiefs. I felt like, you know. What do you think something happened with Marcus Peters? He got benched basically in like the second quarter.
And then they released him.
Monday he gets released.
Yeah, I think he didn't want to be a Raider and didn't want to play.
Okay.
He
wasn't playing great. Yeah.
Well, he was having controversy with the team the whole time. Like he wasn't like really showing up on the field, wasn't really showing up off the field. And I think players had issues with him in the past of games of not stepping up and doing his due diligence. So they let him go. 1.5 million cap space for us. So you move on and that's it. And they also cut another player that, you know, got charged with a DUI over that weekend. That's supposed to be in a hotel room with the players. Cause usually when it's a home game, they all stay in a hotel together.
Right. How did
he escape and get out there and act a donkey? I have no idea, but he's gone.
And tonight, you're gonna leave, why not you taking an Uber back because you drunk still drive? I mean,
First of all, you're not supposed to leave. Like, what were you doing? Were
I
you
get
like
that,
in the casino?
but you already pushing it. Maybe you would have got, missed a game, got a fine because you left the hotel room. But now you have a DUI.
Like, you couldn't even show up to the game because you got arrested.
He was still.
But you want to talk about the Chiefs game? We can talk about the Chiefs game. It was.
It wasn't an onslaught of. It was a good game ish. Wasn't you guys showed up? No.
I mean, it was a good first half. Like, we really gave it our all in the first half. The 63-yard run for Josh Jacobs, the wideout pass to Jacoby Myers for the first touchdown, opening part of the game. I mean, it was great. I think second half it's tough when you have Max Crosby, who's not 100%. He's at maybe 60% coming in and off plays. He's never missed a game, and he refuses.
He was fighting hard to try and stay on that field too, and
absolutely.
And Tony had to keep pulling him back and holding him. Like, no, calling timeouts just to make sure he wasn't getting back on there. That's crazy.
Right. So he was just, trying to give it his all and do the best that he could do, and I think it just kind of got the best of us, and they just kind of turned it on. And not for nothing, I'm just sick of Allegiant Stadium looking always like a visitor's game, and that's why I didn't want to go to this game. There was a lot of Sea of Reds out there, and it's just what it is. And people have invested money into these tickets, and they can sell them to whoever they want. And I low-key even suspect that my dad selling his seats, they probably went to a Chiefs fan too, because usually in his section it's majority of visiting fans in those 300s because they don't pay down below. Some of them do, but upper deck is always a little bit cheaper, so you're going to see a majority of them there. But it's just crazy to me. But all in all, it was a great game. I don't think this questions Antonio Pierce's coaching. I think if any changes need to be made, I don't think it's coaching, maybe offensive coordination. I think this is new for the interim that we have, Bo. Maybe they need to have some chats with him on some of our offensive plays. But I mean, it's a Chiefs.
What do you feel about what Skip said, that he would like to see him become the official head coach?
I can't be mad at that. And I'm shocked that, first of all, I'm shocked that Skip Bayless would even co-sign on
that part.
When he's such a negative Nancy. But to hear him say that, I think that might be our chances of getting better, is having someone like Antonio Pierce. Because as the players get younger, he's more relatable to that age demographic and can talk to him. But you gotta want to be a Raider to play for this organization. You gotta love the culture with it. You gotta love the team, and you just gotta be putting your best foot forward. And sadly, Marcus,
and you gotta try and stay out of trouble while you're living in Vegas, like
that too. And you can't be Marcus Peters and want to play and be sometimey with it. And to me, honestly, sabotage our team by not giving it your all. Like, he really did not want to be there. That's what it showed.
Yeah, that's
to me.
Not good.
So,
that's not
end
good.
results.
That's not good at all. Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's not. Getting into some football, we got to talk about AaronRodgers. AaronRodgers today was at practicing on a basic level. But here's just a quick video of him tossing around and wearing his red little jersey number.
Well, he said he's gonna come back by Christmas.
So it's been 11 weeks since he tore his Achilles. He's on a limited practice basis, so no contact. He's just like throwing to people that aren't being covered, that kind of thing. The Jets have 21 days to get him off IR. It expires on December 20th, which is right before their Christmas Eve game against Washington Commanders. The day of that game would be 3.5 months from his surgery. 3.5 months from surgery, and he is looking to be back and be playing. He also turns 40 this weekend, which is crazy. So,
he's not 40.
Whatever the witch doctor is doing.
I thought AaronRodgers was already 40.
Turns 40 on Saturday.
Oh, well, he said he's coming back on Christmas, so I'm waiting to see if he comes back on Christmas.
Well, and I think they were saying that most likely he wants to be back to kind of prove and show that he's able to do it. But that, if the Jets continue to tank from here on out, then what's the point of him really coming back for? But I don't know. Maybe he just wants to prove something to himself as well.
Yeah.
Who knows? So my Seahawks game, shout out to Quan. The Niners First of all, I already knew it wasn't going to be a game that we had. Okay, we've already got Kenneth Walker was out. We had a couple other injuries. Gino hasn't been playing great, but it was a Thanksgiving Day game. I've never been to a Thanksgiving Day game before, so that was cool. It was great to see.
We had to go.
I had to go. Shout out to my friends Odell and Emily because they invited me to come. It was great. I mean, it was lime green. It was action green Thursday game. I will say this.
Yeah, y'all was out there looking like CGI figures trying to play. Yeah, all of y'all.
Out of all the games that I've been to at Lumen/Century Link Field, whatever, out of this field, I've never seen this many opposing fans in attendance in my life. There were so many. It felt like I was at Allegiant Stadium. Like I literally sat there and was like, I feel like how Mo probably feels going to Allegiant. Like I felt
absolutely. It's crazy, right?
I felt that way. It was the entire side behind the Niners bench was dang near all red. There was red all throughout. There was red even on our section, which is mainly like the season ticket holders for this. It was just, I've never seen that many fans on an opposing team coming into town like that, especially on Thanksgiving Day, like on a holiday too.
They had time. They had
hella time.
They had time and Frontier membership to get up there, pay that money.
Frontier. They had that fly free for $2.99 for 6 months.
Yeah, they had time.
Hey, but do you remember how they were bashing? I forgot who the first guy was about the Thanksgiving Day halftime performances. Like, Dolly had some huge extravagant thing at Dallas at Jerry's World's Field. Whoever had that game before hers that did the halftime show had like this white, was it no, it was like it
was Jack Harlow for Detroit. So they had
right, and they were all
and all that.
Right, they were all crowning how that setup was looking. Let me just show you the setup for Steve Aoki, who was the halftime performance in Seattle.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Why?
Because it's a T-Mobile thing. Whoever owns. Watch, but look at how small the area was. Thanks, Chris. Jack Harlow. Yeah, well, this was probably 100 times worse.
He's a DJ. Like, really, that's what I'm saying. Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
He has no effects. It's a DJ booth, and that's it.
But like, why even they had literally 20, they had 20 people there in front of him like this. Like, why even bring 20? Like, just.
But my thing is, why not just have
let him play? They have a whole DJ booth in the stadium. Why don't you just let him be in the DJ booth in the stadium?
Absolutely. That's why I'm like, that's why I asked you, like, why Steve Aoki?
Why is he on the field? I don't get it.
Maybe they were expecting more people to come down and they just said, nah, we losing. We don't feel like it.
I don't think anybody was invited to come down.
And he didn't bring no cake to cake nobody. Like, there was nothing. Like, Steve, like, why?
It was a big disappointment.
Somebody canceled out on y'all. They just pulled at the last minute. That just doesn't make any sense.
I'm trying to tell you, it was just
so really
so awkward.
I'm not diminishing Steve Aoki because I think he's awesome, but I'm just saying having a DJ has no affect. He doesn't sing.
And not to mention like in Seattle, I mean Vegas, like he's huge in like the DJ scene, but in Seattle, it's not like a huge DJ scene. I mean, it's not like people were like, "Who is this?" Like, why
the EDM of him on Thanksgiving?
It was very, very weird. Very.
I would expect that more in a Raiders game than that.
So we lost one of the coaches for the Commanders, I believe. We've lost a Panthers head coach. We did at least see some life from Josh Allen when the Bills took on the Eagles. However, they still lost. But this is why I can't get over. Get this: if you're a betting person, let's say you started with $100 and betting on Josh Allen to have one interception, and you carried that over and kept it rolling. Look what you would have. If he got an interception, the interception odds through the last 8 games. If you would have bet $100, you would have $12,000 right now.
For every
$12,000
for the first 8 weeks.
For the first 8 weeks, if you would have started, I don't know if it's this game 1. So I don't know. Oh no, that was 10-8. So if you would have started on October 8th with $100 on him getting an interception and just continued to roll that over because he's had an interception at least one every game since then, you would have $12,000.
Wow. That would have been a great prop bet to make. But you would have never have seen
But you'd have never guessed Josh Allen's throwing interception.
You would have never. No, exactly. And that's why the prop bet is so high in the payout, because you weren't expecting Josh Allen to have that kind of freaking season. You really weren't. Nobody was. I sure
wild.
wasn't.
I wasn't.
On fantasy.
Listen, because he's been affecting my Stefan Diggs as well as my James Cook. I mean, he's affecting everything. It's just,
yeah. I wasn't expecting that, nor was I.
I wasn't.
But that's a great bet to make. I mean, geez.
It would have been if you would have had a
I don't know if somebody out there did it. Did somebody out there do it?
I don't know. It just said like if you would have. It didn't really say if anyone did. Monday Night Football was a disaster. I don't know what happened to Josh Dobbs
on prime time. And maybe they were expecting Justin.
I'm sure beginning of the season. Well, I'm sure beginning of the season, you're probably okay. Justin Fields is going to come back and have a great season. Kirk Cousins was great last year, but then season
didn't even have a great season last season, so that still was a terrible.
Maybe they were anticipating a better season.
I think they traded off some other people's prime time spots and said, "Here, we'll give you this Monday night." That's what I think.
Well, and then you also have to factor in too is that you had. Last week on Thursday had 3 games and a game on Friday, so they have to kind of mix and mingle that around to make sure that they're not like giving someone.
I would have rather that Philly game been on Monday night and Bills game.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have a game this weekend. We're gonna have the Eagles and the Niners, which is gonna be probably the most watched one of the season. You already had AJ Brown calling all Eagles fans to start trolling Deebo Samuel. So
good.
Yeah. Get them, Eagles, fly. Right. We're bird gang over here.
We sure are. I'm loving Jalen, honey.
Man, listen, thank God I have him on a fantasy team.
My second favorite NFC team right now, next to mine.
And them 2 touchdowns he scored too. Like, you can't tell me nothing.
He ran in at the last end. He said you couldn't tell him. He said, "What can I say?" Exactly. What can you say? That y'all just dominating in this league and only lost 1 game this season to the Jets, and that seemed like that was a fluke. Like God sneezed that day and made y'all lose. The rest of it's like smooth sailing.
Let's get
it's gonna be a great game though.
We've got your in-season tournament is happening. These are the final 8 teams.
Come on, Lakers.
Games start on Monday. You'll get 2 games on Monday, 2 games on Tuesday. Is it a one and done? Oh, it is knockout. So yeah, it's a one and done. So
yeah, it's a one and done.
Winner gets it into the semifinals. So next Thursday will be the East Coast game first, then the West Coast game for second, or Western Conference game second, and then the finals will be on Sunday.
Lakers in Boston. Let's go.
Night.
But I'll settle for Lakers and Giannis and company.
Okay,
but I wouldn't mind seeing an in-play in-season tournament of championship of Lakers in Boston. Let's go.
Okay, you also got LeBron past another Kareem Abdul-Jabbar accolade with most career regular season and playoff minutes. Leads the NBA in his 21st season.
Yeah,
however,
in 21 years, I guess you are gonna pass some records. I mean,
hello, you're gonna pass all these records playing this long. Period.
Yeah.
But shout out to Jonathan Watson because he did share with me, and I didn't get the picture in time. But both, so they had that 44-point loss on Monday to the 76ers.
Right. Yeah.
Apparently, Jordan's worst loss was also 44 points when he was 38, and I think LeBron's 38 too.
Yeah,
and that they both happened with 38 and 333 days or something like that. So they both had their worst loss at the very same time.
Generational goats having the same interests. Okay. Same little
thing. So that definitely a interesting little point too. Yeah, I'm down. If anybody got tickets, they want to, pass along.
I'm a Laker fan. Anybody want to donate tickets to a hungry Laker fan that has not gone to a game all season? I beg of you, please just let me know. You can put my Cash App up if you want to, Melissa. Donate. This is
Let me see if I can find that. We haven't used that one in a while. There we go.
Kwanzaa gifts. I would love the the reciprocation of, and you know what you'll get if you do this Cash App for me? You'll get my charm and joy and my Lakers regalia and my hat and like where all my little Lakers
and a
stuff
shout
and
out.
everything. And a very special shout out and acknowledgement. You probably get a shout out all week. I will just post in my story on social media. Thank you.
Every day, a picture and a
Every
thank
day
you.
of the week in the story, it'll be there in purple and gold with glitter and confetti. I will prop you up.
So make sure you give her the money so that she can buy the West Coast game or the championship, because she doesn't want to be at the East Coast semifinals. Because they sell those.
I want to go to the championship game that is here in Vegas.
But you know that they aren't selling those tickets as one-day tickets. You have to buy either the one game or the other, which is crazy. Like, how are you going to completely clear out a whole arena and then bring other people in?
Yeah, that's just kind of crazy, but I can make it work. Like, look, I can take the time off. I just need to know if I'm going. And the only way I'm going is if I have a ticket. And if somebody gives us the ticket, then we know we can take the time off to go. I got a Kobe jersey, y'all, and nowhere to wear it to.
Listen, Jonathan says he'll go with you. Are you paying? Are you cash apping, Jonathan?
Jonathan, guess what? If you come, you have a place to stay. I will even give you my bed and sleep on my sofa for you to get me a ticket.
It's getting real out here in these streets, bro. It's getting real.
I will help you out. Like, I got
Chris chimed in and said that your Lakers just beat down his Pistons. Which
we did. That's why I said I laughed when Quan made that comment. The Pistons are doing amazing. What are you guys now? 2-17 or 2-18 now? 2-16. I'm sorry, 2-16.
Ouch.
Yeah, it hurts so badly. I don't know what's going on with your team, but y'all got to get together.
So before we get into our NFL picks, I do want to do a couple girl powers as well as I do have some sneakers. So first I want to just shout out to Jordan Foster. So she is the youngest and first woman to hold the position A&T State University.
All right, Aggies.
Yes. This girl just got her degree in May, and she turned around and got the director of football operations because she was also an intern with them last year.
Yes, HBCU is trying to have them happen. Let's go, Aggies.
I'm saying, so congratulations to her.
Yeah, Jordan.
Also, we also have to give a big shout out to Vegas local Aaliyah Gales, who had gotten shot back in April of 2022. She was a USC commit prior to that. USC kept her eligibility and kept her scholarship. She was still with the team, and while she was going through rehab for the last year, this season she was playing with. She got her first point playing yesterday for USC.
First basket of the season. That's awesome.
Talk about never giving up. You got shot 10 times, was in a hospital, had to completely relearn how to walk, how to stand, how to dance, how to play.
It was not her time.
Listen.
Let's go.
I'm just saying that.
Shout out to the Vegas local girl. We love it.
Very, very amazing. And while we're on the subject of the USC, you got to give it up for Juju Watkins.
Yes.
This girl is crazy. She's got the most 30-point games as a freshman in USC history. And USC, let's remember, has some all-star lineups in women's basketball. Big shout out to Juju Watkins. She's killing her freshman year. Yeah, I'm scared to see her.
For real. She is. That is
scared to see her.
She is really, truly balling.
Oh Lord. I do want to talk about a couple sneaker drops.
I guess. There better not be no Crocs and no ugly stuff.
Listen, if you like the Adidas Sambas, they're bringing these OG pre-love pack out. So you got different colors. There's even like an animal print one. These will be released on Friday. You know, I'm not a big LeBron sneaker fan, period. But for those I just love the look of this one. It reminds me of the ocean. Like I'm diving in the ocean.
It does.
Yeah. So it's called the Abalone. These will be out on December 1st. So shout out to that. You got Adidas also coming out with the More Grinch pack. So these are the Adidas Forum lows. These will be out on the 1st as well. They're like fuzzy material is the pink one. The top one has the Velcro with like the Grinch colors. Which is pretty cool. But my favorite, it's that time of year again, where it's the Doernbecher Freestyles collection. Okay, so these are our artists.
So who's doing the Doernbechers this year?
These are the 6 kids that drew. So these are the 6 kids that made their designs. You got Hugo, Haley, I think it's Garrett, and you've got Christopher and Sydney and Macy. And here's what they created. First of all, Hugo takes my love because Hugo made these Air Jordan 3s, the top left corner. They're like a Georgetown 3 with like a slime pack on it. They have glow in the dark laces. Those are gonna be my. I got those are one I'm going. Hey, early Christmas gift. Score these on the sneakers app for me. I'll even pay the money for them. I just need them in a size 7, please.
You're not getting the Doernbecher 3s. You can just kill that.
I'm just gonna keep my hopes out there that someone wants to hit for me on the sneakers app
Cool
Saturday at 7 a.m.
You can go to Cool Kicks at Urban Necessities on the next day.
I'm not paying
and pay that $1,200.
Nah.
And get the
you've also Haley drew. Haley created the Air Max ones there in the middle. Macy she did those pink and lavender kind of ones there on the top right, the dunks. Yeah, and then you've got Sydney who created the Cortez in the bottom left. Garrett did the ACG Mountain Fly lows in the middle bottom, and then Christopher had the Nike Go Flyees on the bottom right. So shout out to these kids and their amazing artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't getting those Doernbecher 3s, buddy. You can forget that.
Listen, can we speak positivity into my life right now?
Listen, the way the sneaker game has gone and why I had to tap out is for this very reason. You talk about
maybe the sneaker gods are just going to be on my side on a Saturday morning.
Doernbechers don't make it on apps. Everybody knows that. Doernbechers are like one of those shoes that you had to wait 2 days in advance in line at the Foot Locker or House of Hoops to get. They don't even make it on the sneakers app. We need to find a better connection, and I need you to clip this, and you need to make it go track worldwide so that everybody can see your request for these so you can get them, because they're not making it on that sneakers app, honey.
This is going to be my clip of the show today. It's going to be all about Doernbecher 3s. Shout out to Hugo Covarrubias for the design. I need somebody at Nike, at the Doernbecher, whatever it is, the nonprofit there. I need this shoe, a men's size 7.
The Children's Hospital that they are doing these sneakers at. We need to know the physicians. We need to know the inside. We need to know
something. Tag somebody in this video that can pull up with some shoes. I will fly to go pick them up. Wherever you at, I'll fly there. I'll come get them.
Yeah.
Just give me a size 7, please. I need these. All right, we're gonna
go to Will Walker's chocolate factory and wait expecting the dang gold wrapper in the chocolate, honey. Get them Doernbecher 3s.
Hey, but it happened. A couple kids got it. Just saying, it's not like
They did.
It can't happen. It's just like most likely won't happen.
I need to see the person that gets them. But and the funny thing is, I never see a Doernbecher shoe out there. I never do. I don't know anybody personally in my wheelhouse that owns one Doernbecher. Maybe Brandon Cowan owns the Superman Doernbechers back in the day for the 4s, but he's never showed them that I recall. But I don't know anybody that's on that shoe. I don't know anybody. And it is a dope 3. I would try to go after it too, but I got to be realistic with my life. That thing ain't even making it to the sneaker app.
I mean, listen.
But you can put your Cash App up there. Let's see if the money trickles. If the money trickles, and you
don't even send me cash. Just get me the damn shoe.
But if the money trickles and you get you a couple racks, you go get them on second market.
Listen, if I get a couple racks in my Cash App,
you're not spending it on the shoe. Come on, the shoe's gonna be 10 times more worth that. Come on. Even if you live in
as a homeowner, I just feel like spending a couple racks on a shoe is just not what I should be doing in life.
Yeah, I get it. I know the priorities are crazy, but that's a great investment though, because it's gonna triple the price. It really is. It's not like the Doernbecher shoe is gonna be out of once you get it, it's gonna devalue. No, that thing's gonna be worth so much money.
will be. Yeah, I mean, make an investment.
For a few
It'll be like the Mark Cuban sneakers. Like I'm making my $2,000 investment, and in 20 years, it's going to be like $50,000.
How about in like a month, it's going to be like $10,000. I will pay you 7.5. Okay. Girl, your mortgage will be set. Okay. I'm just saying. But I'm glad you hit your Cash App up there so you can get that money, Kenny, because that's what it's going to take. Some stacks.
Hey, listen, we just need everyone, when I post this video tomorrow, just make sure everybody shares it. Share it and share it and share it. Tag somebody at Nike. Tag somebody at Nike. Do all that. Yeah.
And put a picture of that shoe so we know. Like, there's got to be somebody out there. And we don't want no DH Gate stuff now, y'all.
Yes. No.
We know they're out.
I only have real.
We want the real shoes. Not the reps.
I don't want nothing bending or going crazy.
We want the Doernbecher 3s with the slime effect on it that the young kid made. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Like, shoot. Sneaker community. Anyway. I will put it on my Black Girl Sneakerhead group. I will put it everywhere. Like, let's help you out.
It's going down. Listen, help me. We got some picks. I did win last week on the picks. I think what held me down was the Jacksonville Jaguars beating the Texans and the Giants. Yeah,
I didn't see that one coming. I knew that's probably what was going to kill me.
At all.
I picked the Texans.
Yep. And then the damn Broncos. Listen, Russ is going to cook. And I will say this, the Broncos are coming to Vegas. Russ is cooking. I know.
What? You're admitting that?
Chef is back in the kitchen. Whatever. I still listen. I'm at my mom. I think my mom is what gets me started because she be in the text like, I hope they lose today. I hope they lose. I'm like, I know, me too. I can't believe he's playing this good. And I know, Mom. It's just terrible.
We doubted this man, and this man said he still got it. That's it, y'all. Showing you better than I could tell you.
Hey, listen, we heard to help Jonathan. He said he put his Cash App up. He wants to get the Gratitude 11s. Hey, if anyone want to help Jonathan out,
I feel y'all will try to get these shoes. I really do. That's the way to go because it's second market.
And I've been good. I bought a house. I decided not to buy sneakers for a while. I've been pretty good. Like, I am ready to buy these sneakers.
You deserve these. Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, let's get into these picks so we can get off here and let people get back to their normal lives. So Seahawks got 2 Thursdays game in a row. We're going to Jerry's house. I got friends that'll be there, and I was like, no, I'm not going to Jerry. I've been to Jerry's house once. It's a beautiful place, but I ain't going back there again. I've had to go against the 2 fan bases that I can't stand the most.
You can't. Back-to-back weeks. Trauma. I get it.
Anyway, I got to pull for my guys. I'm hoping the only thing is that not Tallis, K9, Kenneth Walker is going to probably be out tomorrow. So our running back's gone. Although Charbonnet did wonderful, the kid from UCLA, I mean, he did good.
What's Gino going to do?
That part. Well, here's the deal. It's not all Gino. Listen, this is not all Gino's fault. Our offensive line is just really bad. They've had a lot of injuries. There hasn't even been like a solid 3 games. The same rotation has started. So it's all it's not good.
And for that reason alone, I'm sad I have to pick the Cowboys against you.
I mean, I knew it.
I want y'all to win. I really do. But I know,
but you're a realist. I get it. I was a realist last week when he went against the Chiefs. I had to pick the Chiefs. I was a realist. I get it. We got the Chargers at the Patriots for a Sunday morning football here on the Pacific Coast.
And I don't want the Chargers to win.
And it's in New England.
And I don't want them to win this game, but the Patriots are just not on par. They're not doing it
at all.
They're not doing it. So I'm going to have to roll with these Chargers, but I don't want to.
All right, we got Chris's Lions in New Orleans against the Saints.
They need to redeem themselves.
The Lions. Yeah, they do.
And the way they bashing Derek Carr over there, now they know how we felt. And Jameis Winston.
And Michael Thomas is out again. How many games has he played this year? 3 or 4? He's like the Jamal Adams of their team
he don't want to play with. I think he does not want to play with Derek Carr, but that's a whole nother time for another episode of Girlchatsports.
Maybe Derek should take him to church.
Not his church. He ain't gonna go to his church. He's not with it. So I'm gonna go with the Lions.
Okay. We got the Falcons at the Jets. Ugh.
I don't know. The Jets could win this game.
The Falcons did it for me last week, so I'm gonna roll with the Falcons one more time.
I'm gonna see what you got. Yeah, they got a -3. I'm gonna see what the Jets will do.
Okay. See if they start winning some games for Aaron and his comeback.
Yeah, because he's out there practicing with them. He probably gave up some of his joy juice. You never know. And they're at home.
The flask of joy juice.
Right.
All right, Cardinals at the Steelers. I gotta go with the Steelers on this one. Arizona got clobbered by the Rams at home. I was very like, what are you guys? It was terrible. But
it was.
All right, Colts at the Titans. Whew, jeez.
I gotta take the Colts on this one. I'm just gonna go with.
I'm gonna go with the Titans because I will say this: Derrick Henry is very off and on, but he's been on. He was on last weekend. I feel like maybe he could just hang on and be on again this weekend at home.
They only got this game -1. It's a terrible.
It's gonna be a toss up. Yeah,
it is.
It'll probably be an under as well. I don't see either of these teams scoring over 20
I can see
points.
I can see that.
Miami at the Commanders. I mean, I don't.
I'm going with Miami.
Same. I gotta get off too so that I can go watch the second episode of In Season. There's some great gems. Broncos at the Texans. Yeah, I mean CJ's great, but I really want the Texans to win
so badly, and I picked them last week and they did not. And Denver's been on a roll and they're second in the AFC West now. They just
But when does it stop? When does it stop for them? When do they get their loss?
Problem. It's not going to stop. So it's going to be Denver again. It's not.
I'm going to go with Texans. I'm just going to go with it.
They got Sean Payton over there. We're all up in his ear now and all in his head.
So are you going for the Broncos?
I said the Broncos. Yeah, I hate to pick them. I don't want to pick them.
I know. Carolina at Tampa Bay. Carolina is 1-10. That's all I gotta say.
Wait, who are they playing?
Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa.
Oh, damn, the Bucs will win that.
I mean, they could get a second win here. It's any given Sunday, but
I doubt it.
All right, we got the Browns at the Rams.
I think the Rams is gonna beat them.
Yeah,
I do.
I'm gonna go.
The Rams won last week, didn't they?
Yeah, but they beat the Cardinals.
Yeah,
and they beat up.
Been winning the last 2 games. But I was shocked at that.
I'm gonna go with the Browns. That's it. I like my Brownies too.
I like the Brownies too. I feel like they could get their revenge. They could get their revenge.
I hear you. Giants at Philadelphia. Let's go. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah, I'm going with the Eagles.
Kansas City at Green Bay. I mean,
I want to roll with Green Bay so badly because Jordan Love, I'm liking what I'm seeing with them. And I know,
and I keep not playing dubs or dubs, and he keeps on getting points.
Want the Chiefs to lose this week.
We'll just put it on.
But I think we're in the 13. The week 13 is 5 more weeks left. I think they're starting to turn it on a little bit. So I don't know if they can. Shoot, stranger things have happened. I was not expecting those Green Bay Packers to win at home.
Right.
But I think that's their one and done. So sadly, I'm going with these AFC West teams this week. And
okay. Dang, you really packing the AFC West hard this week.
All
right, we got the Bengals at Jacksonville. The burless Bengals.
Oh, the Jaguars got that all day.
Yeah, unfortunately.
E-Man's going to come in
These
there.
Monday night games are really going to be crap. Ugh.
Yeah.
And not to mention, not for nothing, I'm sure everybody already knows it because it is Wednesday, but this is literally the Bye-mageddon of fantasy football.
Oh the Ravens. My God. Yes, no lie.
The Ravens.
My whole bench is bye week. Raiders have a bye week.
Ravens, Bills, Bears, Raiders, Vikings, Giants. Literally half my team is on a bye. And I'm like, I don't even have places. I got to drop players that I still use.
And when I picked the draft, I looked at bye weeks and made that sure. But my whole bench is buyed out. And all my starters are effective starters that I have. So I pray I win this week.
Terrible. Oh my goodness. Anyway,
But the thing of it
hey
is
y'all.
this is the weeks I like because I could just sit back and enjoy football and actually watch some games and not
True
have to stress
that.
about what my team is doing or worry about my team.
Listen, well, I got a stressful week ahead. So I
I
got a
know.
Thursday night game tomorrow. I got a Friday game in person that I'm heading to. So at least my stress will be over or lingering after. I mean, and then I've got 3 days off to just decompress.
Yeah, good.
But I'm hoping for wins. Some wins that'll be needed would be nice. But I
Well,
would
I
rather
wish you
take a
guys luck
Husky
on that
win over
Washington
a
game.
Seahawks
I hope
win.
you guys
So,
can win against Oregon. I really do. I think you guys
yeah.
definitely have a shot at that, and that's going to be a great game out here. So enjoy it for what it is, and
It'll be great.
go Dogs.
Yeah. Go Dogs. And thanks for everybody tuning in. We appreciate you. If you're just catching the tail end of it, you can hit the replay. You can go to our YouTube channel. You can subscribe to @GirlChatSports, all in word. Hit us up on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, @GirlChatSports. And stay in contact with us. Shoot us a DM. Say hi. Say hello.
And shout out to Southern University for beating the brakes off of Grambling
Yes.
University.
I
Shout
saw
out
it.
to
I
our
didn't even get a
band
picture
having
of that.
Fantasia for the Human Jukebox. Shout out for a dope halftime show.
Fantasia did that too.
She did. And shout out to a dope Battle of the Bands and Step show. Southern once again took a trophy in that as well. Shout out to me winning memes of the week because all my
versus
memes were
Amy. Yes, I saw Aisha.
Gremlins
Yes,
memes.
yes.
So shout out to us having a very good Thanksgiving weekend with the Bayou Classic. Okay.
Very wonderful job. Listen, you killed the meme game there. I will say that. Y'all had
don't
quite
come for
the
us,
battle.
honey. Don't come for us. Please don't.
Oh, all right, y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Yes.
Let's go for the Dogs. And hey, we'll see you next week. It's going to be December. That's it.
I can't believe it. A few more weeks of Christmas.
A few more weeks until the end of the year. Jordan year is over.
Jordan year's over. That's why Jordan from North Carolina AT&T did so well and was getting her little football on. It's the Jordan year.
Jordan year. Good things are happening. It was a good year for people.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway, we appreciate you. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. See ya.
Yes, we are out.